It's George here bringing you another video. We're gonna jump right into it. We got tons of Pokemon news, old to new. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So guys, first thing first, we're gonna start back from back then. Um, so we ended up getting some news on Lugia in the first 21st movie. Um, his In early news, we had this Cora leak for Lugia. Now, this was earlier in the weeks, but we had this shown off, and it showed the Hoopa movie and how it kind of had Lugia in it. The Pokemon 21st movie had Pokemon 2000. I'm sorry, Pokemon 2000 had Lugia in it, just promoting those on the point of that he's gonna be in this one, showing how many times he's been in the movie. Got the Detective Pikachu stuff and talking about the amiibo that's gonna come with it. Most of this was just speculation, telling us that this was Lugia that was in the trailer, that was inside of the water, which usually this silhouette, when we see it in the water, usually does be Lugia. They did this in the 2000 movie and showed him like this in the water before. So this is not and they also showed him in like that in the same movie in the same way. So that's that. But they had speculation that maybe he'll get a new form or something. So they preceded that with Shadow Lugia. Now Shadow Lugia is a thing. It is inside of Pokemon XD Gala Darkness, which is a game that was essentially something along like Pokemon Coliseum and something like that, where you venture. It's like a side game. It's not really a main game, but it had Shadow Pokemon and explained what they were. You get to purify them and all that stuff, and then they'll get the regular moves. The they're kind of weird in a way because unless you purify them, they can't level up, they can't evolve, you can't use a rare candy on it, you can't change the order of its moves, you can delete any moves, you can't give it a nickname, you can't trade it, all the stuff you usually can do with a Pokemon. Unfortunately, when you do purify, it does get to gain its levels that it did from when it was not purified, and it will evolve. Um, and you can do all these things back with it, but the only thing is that experience it learns. Um, you don't have to worry about the moves you miss because once it starts leveling up, you know, you start gaining those moves that you want on your Pokemon. Other than that, I mean, everything else is pretty cool. But we have no pure evidence that it could be a new form for Lugia. Um, During the weeks, we also had got the Cora, another one, and it was and had no Pokemon news in it, as of Joe Merrick said here. We ended up finding out that these silhouettes that they made for the games were very cohesive with the artwork because these artworks here were blanked out eventually before and they didn't show for Ultra Sun and Moon, and we have the same thing later on. I'm going to show you that in just a few minutes. We had end up got concept art for the Pokemon themselves. We had some Pokemon reveals that were possibly the closest thing to getting a Switch Pokemon starters, which ended up being revealed as fake by him, the guy himself. 50, I forgot what his name was. It was like 50. Yeah, they had a whole article about it. They talked to him about it. And they found out that wasn't real. You know, they had a whole interview for him as well, which I don't see currently. I have right now, but they had an interview with him, and they talked to him, and asked him what made him make these and all that things like that. This is the post where he admitted that they were fake and how he fooled everyone. So you can read that as well. He definitely was thrilled to have this as featured a lot around. There's the starters themselves. As you can see, he went all in with these starters, from the blue one to the fire one and to the grass. The only thing that's off about this one didn't have the thing right here, but then there's tons of concept art for Pokemon that misses like certain patterns that's on them. So that he got away with that, and he had a little Ash thing right here, which was in the Incineroar thing concept art when we first saw it. Oh, here's the interview right here. They talked about him. Over time, these games have accompanied with a little burning, third parties, false leaks, and all that stuff. Illustrated, revealed to you our 4chan anonymous monkey lemur, which we always wanted, burying his tail. Rabbit has smoke. He can ignite around him as his tail and the scarf. And then we had the platypus, which everyone wanted. Unfortunately, these were Pokemon created by Lapino Spain, whatever, in Art's 50 Shades of Heliolisk, Italian artists. They asked them one thing that struck most Fakemon is their appearance, that someone well thought speculated pursuing game region what inspired you to create these signs. There have never been a logical connection between starter in the region. And simply felt they needed to make a platypus. Creating them, you know, telling you why he created them and all that stuff. Of course, I'm gonna leave all this obvious inspirations of the Chinese leaks for the rabbit, which I mean Chinese zodiac. I'm sorry, which is very very cool. You know, think about the Chinese leaks that happened for the starters and all that stuff. He put all this into it to make these Pokemon, and what's surprising though is that the trio and their details were carefully drawn out, carefully, you know, he put all his work into it. So I definitely praise him for this. You know, he said he drew for hours doing this. The knowledge and learn from the other artists' mistakes and all that stuff. So you can read that as well. We also had this from Joe Merrick showing how the Gen 7 6 models, how they could possibly look in the Switch and how rendered this look in 3D Pro, which is actually a Pokédex 3D Pro is an app that you can download, and it's been around for a while now, and these are some good models from these. And this was, I think, maybe, I don't know if it was made before X and Y or was it made after, I don't know. So definitely better models in this, somewhat what it could look like in the Switch. He was just giving a good image of that. We also have information here that later on in the week we got these promotional arts for the keychains that's supposed to be coming out for you to buy, and there's Lugia and Pikachu, but we have no image of these, and I'm going to discuss more about this later on, that these could possibly be Zeraora in some other Pokemon, and I'm going to explain what those Pokemon might be. Now, I'm going to keep this up. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these other ones. So I'm going to make my computer go a little bit faster here. So we already talked about these. So probably shouldn't have deleted that, but that's alright though. I'll just bring it back up, but I'll bring them back up later. But yeah, gonna go back to that. These were some of the leaks that happened before in the previous Sun and Moon that we didn't know what they were. I'm gonna explain more about this as well. We also have some Pokemon Glow, I can't say that, gameplay, showing you that this is an arcade game and that you can fight with your monsters and stuff like that. HD looking. This is what it could look like for Pokemon Switch. This is an arcade game, but if you look at these graphics, like no pixelated art. All these Pokemon are HD rendered in this game. They just have different, style to them, how they look and things like that. If you can see that, the trees look very good. This is what someone was saying that it could possibly look like in the game itself. I can believe that. I can see that happening. But anything's possible. Look at these Pikachus, like just HD. Yeah. The artwork of the actual starters that we got in Gen 8 did not have these like somewhat patterns into them, so they didn't make the quota for the bypassing people because of how there was no noise like the actual concept art for the designer. This is Professor Brunette's art, concept art, and you see all that noise in there. So I zoom in, you can see all these patterns that they have from the machine and all that stuff. So they carefully designed these so that no one can copy them as well at Game Freak. I couldn't zoom in as much as I could on the City one, but you can kind of see the noise a little bit. But if you have an HD one of this, you can see like it has colors and also in the pre-printing of this concept art. We also end up later on and we got the evolutions of these starters as well. So this was supposed to be the second evolution of it. And then the other one was supposed to be a third evolution. This was kind of like a female type evolution. I don't like that as much, even though I like fire types. Trust me, I do. Then we had the lemur evolution, turning that berry that he can hold into a flower. Turning into this giant monstrosity of an elegant Pokemon. This is some good designs, I believe, for the leaks and stuff like that. And then we have the platypus that everyone like. That's the second evolution of it. And then that's the third evolution of it right here. So definitely would have made some good looking Pokemon. And I'm hoping to see these later on, down the line. And someone, put them in a fan game, because I love to use them. Showing more renders, because I'm saying that this could also be a thing like Pokken Tournament. Introduce HD models for Pokemon. And I'm just saying, look at this Decidueye. We could get these models as well as from Gauntlet combined. So definitely thinking about that Switch and how it could look if they make it the Pokemon in there. So yeah. That's just artwork someone made on Google. My bad. Not what I'm trying to get you guys to see. Let's move on to some recent news. So PokeSerena made this video showing that the Chinese leaker is in trouble because he's saying that the Pokemon news was supposed to come in November for the Switch, and showing that it could be a reboot. So they showed this reboot mod from Appmon to show that it could be a reboot. showing that reboots are a thing and it could happen possibly at any point in time. You never know. I would love to see something like this in a game for a reboot, but saying it could be something like that, or it could be just like I said, the Pokemon Switch game. Showing that there is no more Nintendo Direct for the last Pokemon we had, which was Ultra Sun and Moon. That's no longer there anymore. Usually when they delete Pokemon Directs, they mean that there's going to be another one, so you can watch out for that. There's multiple of these going around showing Eevee being presented because of man, I have a lot of tabs up here. Guys, hold on a sec. Because of Eevee being in the new trailer, which came out, so they had, as you can see, Eevee's in the intro, at the end here, right here, and he's hanging out with the gang. Eevee is very heavily influenced so far. What shocks people is because this here, this little spot right here next to Eevee could be a next evolution, and this could be possibly Zero-Ore. So people are looking out for that, as well as this new TCG that could be coming out, that's going to come out. It's called Forbidden Light, and it has a lot of new things. Plus this new Core League we got as well for Lugia as well, which is this little wind type thing going on we have here for the Wind Festival that's supposed to happen in this movie. In the town that's supposed to have the Wind Festival. Sorry. The town that's supposed to have the Wind Festival in the movie. And Lugia is supposed to have a whole bunch of flying type moves to ensure that windiness of it all, I guess, if you want to say. As you can see here, up here, we also have Eevee showing up in anime using the Eevee, was it the EVMZ? Is that it? What it's called? I think it is the EVMZ. So Eevee's there. Then we have more Detective Pikachu stuff, which is like the theme that's coming. Like I said, more and more Eevee stuff. As you can see here in this one, they have Lugia having like Hurricane and Tailwind and all that stuff. It's showing all those flying type, wind type moves type things. He has 4 wind moves, like nothing else. All these flying type moves. I'm sorry, I keep calling it wind because wind is associated with this, but all these wind moves, flying moves. Ugh, I did it again. Aeroblast, of course, is gonna be. We gonna have one of Aeroblast, Tailwind, Hurricane, and probably something else I can't even tell what that is, but all those. Let me see. I think he stated here. Yeah, Aeroblast, Defog, that's what it was. Defog, Tailwind, and Hurricane. So all 4 of those. And this is where the Defog is. So that's what that is. So yeah, all those things for the promoting the movie. Yes, it's gonna be an event for this in Sun and Moon. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know when. I guess whenever the movie drops or whatever. The Lugia is also nicknamed the Wind Lugia due to the flying type moves matching up with the movie. Yep, and the Wind Festival, that's supposed to be in Furo City, which is in the movie. So yeah. Also, we had some stuff right here that's supposed to be a new adventure film. Second film is Sun and Moon Generation reboot film. I Choose You as being the first one. Pursuit or remake of both the Orange Islands arc. Film overall scheduled release in Japan on July 13th, so we could be seeing that movie very, very soon. Very, very soon. So yeah, hello, legendary Pokemon Lugia alongside the film, confirmed to produce next film. A trailer for the January 27th, 2018. 5 new characters. in the film, which we just saw in the other, on the actual thing, and then they have awaiting images here. So they're promoting, and then it's supposed to be where the official release date for the, the movie promoting details. So you also have this picture of this Eevee plush in a plane, and this Twitter page was made right after they brought out the movie. So that's kind of weird a little bit, but not so off because Game Freak do what they want, they show off things, and this just usually doesn't happen. So this is more of a reason why we think that flying type Eevee could be a thing. Junichi Masuda also drew this, and this was supposed to be some type of flying type Eevee, I suppose, or he was just drawing regular Eevee. Plus, he also showed off a lot of Eevee stuff, like, let's see, where's the first one? He also showed off Eevee cookies and Eevee plushies, and let's see what else. We had this Eevee giant plushie and some more pictures of giant plush Eevee, and I think that was about it, but most of it, was that. So he definitely knows this. Oh, right here, Eevee's right here. Like, he's expressing Eevee a lot on his page, his Twitter page. So most definitely check out that. Plus, because of that, we were supposed to get this Shining Ganondale as well, but we never did get it yet. Hopefully we do. But, yeah, this is supposed to be a Shining Ganondale that's supposed to be coming, but hasn't came yet. I don't know why. First core reveal is Shiny Pupil, distributed in Japan, also March 2nd through the 9th, Syria called Viva. But we haven't got it yet, so hopefully we'll get it. Yeah, I'm going backwards now. Plus, later on in the week, we ended up getting some more stuff from Paul and Ryan talking about how he has to still, even though he, oh, this is Pokeshopper. Pokeshopper, I'm sorry, Pokeshopper showing off that thing right there. Again, people can't believe it. Separate skins from Lycanroc. Paul Ryan right here, Lycanroc, Sylveon, Lucario. He's saying that he has to keep explaining himself, that he's confidential, he's credible, and all that stuff. He hasn't told a lie. He's not lying. He hasn't told any lies so far. And showing that every time he's put out information, it's always been trying to be credible, not some random guy talking. You know what I'm talking about. Pokepixel are showing off. Pixel Par, I'm sorry, showing off the different games and stuff. He said somewhere in here talked about some Pokemon stuff. I still have yet to find it yet, showing that the direct had came and gone. Showing off the different things right there for the different games. And I think that was about it on this page, because I can't seem to find that one thing where he talked about Pokemon. But you have showing that, like I told you, the guys were in trouble, for the Chinese leakers were in trouble for saying that the date could have been November 28th for the release date of the Pokemon Switch game. So they're trying to track him down, like, badly. They seriously don't want him leaking that stuff, and knowing that makes me believe more and more that this could have been a thing. They had here on the page more of those, showing you what I showed you as well, and also show you some of the arts that could have been coming, like some of these Poke Capsules that was supposed to be that's supposed to going to be distributed, I guess, out, which looks pretty cool. I would probably pick me up one of them. This coin, this golden coin and stuff like that. I'm showing you some other news too, so you can see all of it all these action figures and stuff that was supposed to happen, and then that one image again, which now I can say is supposed to be Eevee, probably Flying type Eevee and Zeraora. So we're back in this round circle again, also with this survey as well, that Felipe got a long time ago. Even, comicbook.com talked about how he got this same thing that apparently this other guy got, and it's only been in the NU so far. To me, he's like, so I was filling out a survey for Nintendo about my happiness with the Switch, and listed within 12 months, and there was a Pokemon RPG for the Nintendo Switch at the bottom. And he's not lying, because when Felipe got the same thing, it was at the bottom, right here, on this little thing right here. At the bottom, Pokemon Switch RPG, right there at the bottom. He wasn't lying. So, and then Game Mania has this little title thing called Pokemon Switch on their channel. Now, Game Mania is supposed to be like a site for, like, getting games and buying them, something like GameStop and stuff like that. But it's only for, like, the EU. So what I don't understand is why, they have this here, and knowing that it's not even out yet. You can't buy, you can't pre-order. I mean, well, yeah, you can't really pre-order it here because it's not an existing thing, but they have it there already, so it makes it more and more believe. Now, that's pretty much all the news I have, because I don't think I missed anything, and if I did, I'm sorry. But, like, these are also, like, the concept arts for the Fakemon that was a long time ago, but in case I didn't show you that. But other than that, I mean, seriously, like, this is incredible. We're getting more and more closer to this Switch Witch title for the Pokemon. And please let me know what you guys think, of course, about all this information I showed you from way back then till now. These designs look beautiful. So let me know what you guys think. Leave comments. Tell me what you expect out of this Switch game, and what you want, and what you think they need. And they've been working on this game for 2.5 years now, because of 2016 when they first announced it. So this should be at least almost done, or at least halfway through. But really, truly almost done. So because of this survey, maybe they might push it out, because of how prompted that people really want it, and how much they keep sending it back to them, saying that they want the Switch Pokemon game. They want it, and they want it now. And Nintendo's asking them, what do you want? What do you want for 2018? I want that Switch Pokemon game. And that's what everyone wants. And they know once that Switch Pokemon gets on that shelf, the sales are going off the roof for those Switches to get off the shelves, as well as the actual Pokemon game. So, thank you guys for watching, and of course, I'll see you guys in the next video.